Hey everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy Drink Better podcast. As always, I'm your host, John Atkins, and these are my good friends, Alex and Edelweiss Brescia. We are here in the B-Bar Speakeasy once again to bring you our favorite summer cocktails. Spoiler alert, they're easy. They are stupid simple, stupid delicious, and you guys are going to have so much fun making these this summer.
Agreed, but you missed something. This is not just a summer cocktail. This is a showdown.
This is a showdown?
Summer cocktail
Oh,
showdown.
I'm worried.
Get it on.
My first
We're
one.
going for it.
All right,
So
cool.
we're going to have a showdown, boys and girls. We're going to be throwing down with our favorite summer cocktails. We want you guys to vote on it. Give us some feedback. Listen, I know mine's going to be the best, but hey, listen.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to give them a chance, but hey, I'll do my best to play along with them.
All right. Well, what do you think? You excited?
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do it again.
excited, yeah.
All right.
Love it. I
See you in
can't
a
believe
sec.
it's
All right, guys.
What is this?
the middle of summer, guys. I can't believe we are here. So not a better time to tell us what our favorite summer cocktails are than now.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
See you in a second.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my turn first and foremost. So I get to make my favorite cocktail, which, you know, knowing me, and I know me, I love agave spirits, and specifically, I love mezcal. But what we're talking about today is a cocktail that you can make at home that's incredibly easy to make, and for me is probably my favorite of the summer, and it is the Paloma, La Paloma. It is good blanco tequila, grapefruit soda, and a big squeeze of lime, and that's it. And I like cocktails that are simple, and of course a whole bunch of ice. And we're going to serve it on a rocks glass. We were talking about rocks glass last week. The cocktails that we serve on the rocks will be served in a rocks glass. First and foremost, you need some really good tequila. You want to know my version? We're going to do my version. Tequila is classic. Tequila is classic, of course. G4 is great, Felipe Camarena, but I'm going to do my twist. And we're going to go with mezcal. How I like to start, of course, I'm going to fill the rocks glass with ice. Right, when I get it up to the top, for me, I like about that much, but one more for good measures. Okay, and this is what we start with. Now, lime, what I like to do is I like to put the lime in first because I like to think that it gets a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more enveloped in the cocktail when I put it in first. And for me, I like a big squeeze of lime in this. This is the most simple thing in the entire world, guys. So, you know, if you really want a cocktail for the summertime or a cocktail anytime that's easy to make and definitely a crowd pleaser, this is one of them. So I take half a lime. This is one part of it right here. I'll take my other half. I like a lot of lime in my Paloma. This is so refreshing. Beautiful fragrant smell too. I'm only going to leave one in there. Usually what I like to do is if I've had one or more, the first one gets one piece of lime, the second one gets the second piece of lime. That way I can keep track of how many I've had. I like to eyeball this. I mean, for me personally, you can use balances and measures. We have jiggers here at the B-Bar Speakeasy, but for me, I like to eyeball. So I'm going to go about, with all that ice in there, I'm going to go about halfway up the glass. Boom, right about there. Okay. Now I really like a little bit boozier of a cocktail because the grapefruit soda that I use, Fever Tree, which is literally the best kept secret in bartending. Fever Tree soda, it's properly made, there's no nonsense in it, low sugar, no artificial sweeteners in this, which I love, and real bits of pink grapefruit, which I think is pretty cool. Open that up, give it just a little agitation, it'll get everything kind of moving and it won't be enough to make it explode. And then all we're gonna do, and I mean honestly, I'm not really fancy, so I'm just gonna take a cocktail straw, and as I pour, I'm just gonna pour this bad boy right into here. And if I did my calculations right up to the top, beautiful. And guys, that's it. That is a Mezcal Paloma, and it is my favorite summer cocktail, and I'm just gonna take a taste real quick. Oh my God. Okay, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but this has everything I like in a cocktail. It's bright, it's fresh, it's got acid, it's got smoke from the mezcal, it's got some richness from the from the extended time that this spends kind of maturing, and it's kind of a little bit more mouthfeel than you would get in Blanco tequila. The lime wakes it all up really nice, and it's nice and chilled. Just put another little piece of lime into it, and then that way you know how many you've had, because I tend to forget. Anyway, that's my classic summer cocktail. It's my favorite, the Paloma, but with the mezcal twist. Cheers, enjoy.
Hey guys, so now it's my turn to tell you all about my favorite summer cocktail. And it couldn't get any simpler than this, because we're all about keeping it easy for you guys to, make it at home. So all you're gonna need is a glass. In this case, I'm using a mason jar because I feel it gives it a very summery vibe. Arnold Palmer, which as you may know, it's half and half iced tea, half lemonade, and good old vodka. And of course, mint, because I like it with mint. It just gives it this other level of flavor, and we actually happen to have it in our own garden. So here we go. All you're gonna need is to put some ice in your glass. And you're gonna start with vodka, like John did it. I'm gonna do it the same way. I like to eyeball it, just kind of count 1, 2, 3, or it depends, 4, 5, 6, depending on what kind of week you had. And then basically just pour your Arnold Palmer. And then lastly, you're gonna take a sprig of mint. And look at that, so pretty. Same thing, grab a little straw. Give it a good stir. Oh my God, I could tell you how this mint smells. It is so fresh, so summery, so delicious. Give it a little taste. So refreshing. I love this. I love this on a hot summer day, poolside, beachside, at home, out on your deck, wherever you are. Just serve one up and you'll thank us later. One more little thing that I saw here, just to make mine a little fancier, little dehydrated lemon. And look at that, so pretty. Cheers, guys.
All right, guys, here we go. Last but not least, on the cocktail showdown. Guys, I'm coming with you with something so simple. You guys have seen some other very simple cocktails. These are the ones you want to make over the summer. You know why? They come together quick. It's not a lot of work. Refreshing, having a good old time in your backyard or barbecue, wherever you're at. So today we're gonna go with the good old Jameson and ginger. We're actually gonna we're gonna do it over ginger beer. Good old Fever Tree here, ginger beer. You can do it over ginger ale if you don't have, but another simple cocktail for the summer. Nice high glass, whatever you got. Sure it's glass preferably. Fill it up with some ice. We're gonna do very similar to the other rest of the cast members here. Good ice here. Fill it up, simple. We're going to use a couple finger measurement. You can, it's always a good measure if you want 1, 2, 3 fingers, depending on what you want. So we're going to go with 3 finger here on this one because it's a big glass. Depending, like I said, how your week has been, maybe going 3 or 4 or 5. So hey, listen, whatever floats your boat, folks, boys and girls. So there you go, a little Fever Tree. Before that, guys, I like a little bit of extra lime in it. Give it a little squirt of some lime. Listen, to half a lime, give it a squirt after you put your 3 fingers in. I can't stop laughing, guys. This is going to be a good episode. Back here, the good old Fever Tree. Fill it up. Fill up your glass. We got to grab a little stir over here. We'll use one of our good old little straws. Nice little stir. I got a little lime wedge here to finish it off. Simple, easy drink, guys. Very refreshing. You can do a couple riffs on it. So I'll give you a quick story about it. This is also known as the Daily Grog. Daily Grog was really developed from Jameson. Jameson, you guys will give you some little trivia. What happened was every morning and every afternoon, the guys had a shot of whiskey. That was kind of like the little prize. And if they misbehaved, they didn't get their daily grog. So this is part of the whole story behind how these guys came to work. So, hey, guys, cheers. Great summer drink. If you can, Make it with the Fever Tree. Gives it a nice little spicy flavor. And enjoy. These things are so refreshing. Sitting out in the backyard, unless you have that nice big pool, go right ahead and enjoy it. Have fun. Cheers.
All right, well, what do you call your cocktail? That looks like a lot of fun, kind of like you have a garden in it. I dig it.
Very much.
Because the more mint, the better. So don't be afraid to, if you have mint, just throw it in there, keep packing it. If you keep refreshing it, just keep adding some more mint, and trust me, it'll taste even better. But I like to call my drink the Drunken Jockey. And you know this story, John, because you were here last year when we had Alex's big Kentucky Derby party.
Yes.
So I wanted to offer our guests a sober option. So I actually called it the Drunken
Meaning
or
non-alcoholic, not sober. Non-alcoholic.
Well, whatever you want to call it, it's fine.
Yeah. So I called it the Drunken or Sober Jockey. So very easy. I also wanted to point out that you can make this drink sans alcohol. If you are not feeling the alcohol, you just want something refreshing, you can still take your Arnold Palmer, or, you know, if you have lemonade and iced tea laying around the house, mix, you know, half and half, add the mint, and it'll still feel like you're having a very refreshing beverage.
Mocktail.
But exactly, mocktail.
No mocktail.
But if you are feeling boozy, go ahead and add that vodka, or it can also be replaced with bourbon. I've tried this
Oh yeah. It's a good riff on
recipe
it.
with bourbon. You can do it with, I don't know, what is your favorite spirit?
Well, my favorite spirit is anything with agave.
Yeah, mezcal.
Tequila.
that might
listen.
overpower,
Hey,
but
listen.
I think like rum, I think could also work. I mean, it could.
There's no
it could-
wrong answers, everybody.
You
know
can-
that.
We should try that. Well, listen, we'll hold that for another episode. We'll make some crazy riffs, see what comes together, and what we're gonna have to spit out because it probably tastes like crap. But hey, listen,
we're gonna
but we'll
find
try that one. That's a good episode.
for now,
We'll put that
this
one on the
is
back burner.
My riff on an Arnold Palmer
All right.
or the Drunken Jockey.
I love
Cool.
that. All right.
John,
all
what
right.
are you calling yours?
John.
Me? Well, so this is a Paloma. I had mentioned this was one of the popular cocktails created in Tequila Jalisco back in the 1950s, but this for me is a much more elevated version of it. One thing I forgot to say is that you could definitely salt rim this, and also if you have sal de gusano, which is like the special salt that they'll use to taste mezcal with, it has the worm in it.
We'll have a
which is
lot of
kind
those
fun.
in a couple episodes. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have, I think we got 4 or 5 of those in the
I know,
last trip.
yeah, I'm
they'll
so
be coming in.
excited. I'm so excited. I can't even wait. Anyway, that's, a little bit down the line. But for right now, or any kind of margarita salt on the rim of this, spectacular. The Paloma, in Spanish, Paloma means dove or pigeon. But you'll be flying after this, man, especially after 2 or 3 of them. You can use Blanco tequila, you can use Reposado tequila, you can use mezcal like I do. I love mezcal because I like the smokiness that it gives it, right? It just elevates it just a little bit. And this is literally when I am hanging out in the summer month, this is what I drink anytime I'm picking up a cocktail. If I'm not having a glass of mezcal, I'm having one of those, and I love it. So
Awesome.
I hope you guys
So
try
refreshing.
it out too. What did you make?
The best. Like we said, guys, the good old Jameson and ginger, I said, the daily grog, whatever you want to call this. This is an excellent summer cocktail. A little Jameson, that ginger gives it a little bit of spice, refreshing. Listen, hands down, my go-to. So, like I said, number 1, and then second place. That's
Well,
it.
let's try it. Let's try it.
Okay,
If you ain't first, you're last, you know, Ricky Bobby.
right,
producer
Ricky Bobby.
Andy be the judge of that. 'cause
Yeah.
he's
So,
tasting it.
so guys, go on, listen, try these at home. Give us some feedback. Give us your vote. They're all just as simple. 2 or 3 ingredients, nothing crazy. Listen, give it a shot. Give us all the feedback.
Literally,
Give
these
me,
are all
give me all your praise.
2 ingredient plus
Yeah.
ice and garnish.
That's what we want to do. It's got to keep it simple. So
Simple.
hey,
Summer,
so we're gonna
simple.
give these guys a taste. But you know what?
Yeah. Hey.
Let's head out of here.
As always, drink better responsibly. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you guys try these out, put it in the comments. Let us know what you thought about it. Let us know what riffs you put on it. And tell us just how right we were in bringing you these simple cocktails. We hope you enjoy. From all of us at Speakeasy Drink Better. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.